After an eon of war, Discordia, goddess of betrayal, strife, and suffering, had done the unfathomable. She had won. At her feet lay the gods, dying, their heroes broken, all hope forsaken. Reality was hers to remake in her image, her victory unassailable. In this moment, Discordia wept, for there was no one to oppose her.
Where we last left off, you folks had finally made it to Delverhome, and were settling and had been accepted amongst this small survivor group that was camping out in this cave, looking to try and find some way to make a better life for everybody. And you had discussed about trying to help out as well. In fact, one of the things that they were looking for was somebody to lead an expedition to go chop down some wood so they can actually start making proper buildings in this place instead of using just the scavenged pieces of lumber that they have so far. But that was going to take a little bit of time before they actually got the caravan together, and so you had a little bit of downtime in between then and now. One of the things I forgot to mention during the stream last week is that you all leveled up. You all got your first advance with your little escapades just getting here to it. Now I didn't. Leveling up in Savageworlds is pretty quick and easy, but I had you guys all kind of do that just before we got started the stream tonight. But we're going to just walk through what you can do when you level up in Savageworlds, which is basically one of three basic options. And raise one of your core attributes: your strength, your agility, your smarts, your spirit, or your vigor. You can raise that one die type. You can only do that once per rank. A rank is a arbitrary list of like novice, seasoned, veteran. If you raise it now, you don't get to raise anything else on those attributes until you hit seasoned. The other thing you can do is raise two skills. This can be skills that you already have, or include getting new skills that you don't have. Or lastly, you can take a new edge. And we're going to go real quickly. We're going to go through and see what everybody chose to do. Tony, what did you do? What did Drada do with his level up?
Drada the Soul, he decided to spend some time researching, and he took a edge to give him more power. Power, that is.
Picked up a few new spells. All right. Do we want to keep those as a surprise for now?
Shh. They are secret. Only the moon knows.
All right.
Secret.
And Vec, what did Vec use his newfound experience on?
Vec used his experience to unlock gambling skill, and he also wanted to be a little bit better at the upfront and dirty of fighting, so I upgraded my die type to a D8 for my fighting.
Okay, all right. So picked up gambling and did a little training on the fighting there. Hemon, what did Hemon invest in?
Hemon called upon her hindrances of code of honor and loyalty to spend her expensive level on smarts. So I am no longer the stupidest. I am now a D6 smart. Let's hope that's enough.
All right. Okay. In addition, you've had about a week of rest and recuperation here to deal, and while they're getting the caravan put together. And there's a little mechanic in Savageworlds Pathfinder called downtime, where you can choose to do something with that much free time with each of your characters, and they each come with their own little mechanic. The options for downtime are carousing, centering, uh, earning, enchanting, which is something you can only do once you hit seasoned, basically. Research, rest, and train. Very quickly, basically, carousing means you spend a bunch of money, you kind of have throw a party and make some new friends. That's roughly what's going to happen. Centering means you just pursue the thing that that gives your life meaning, and kind of center yourself. Earn means you actually use some of your skills to make a little coin on the side. Research means you practice new ideas for spells, or try and gain specific insight on a subject. Rest means you just take it easy, don't do much of anything. Particularly good if you're wounded and needed to heal up. And train, where you work on a skill that might be important later. So, with that in mind, Vec, what do you choose to do?
So Vec is going to use his newfound talents of gambling and rolling the dice to try to earn a little bit of coin inside of the broken forge.
Okay, so you're just going to try and with gambling?
Yes, swindle people out of their money, honorably, of course.
in the only legal way. Yeah. Gambling.
Only legal way, yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, basically, in that case, it's just a straight up gambling roll. With a success, you will earn 100 gold pieces over the course of the week.
Oh my god, that is a lot of gold. Okay, let's do this.
He's rethinking a lot of things right now because
Yes.
it's not honorable though. So
Critical failure.
Critical fail! No, I am so bad at gambling.
A critical failure means the character doesn't make any money and embarrasses themselves somehow.
it's not bad enough that you messed up, but you feel bad about it.
Oh, I don't feel bad. I just embarrass myself.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever you say.
If it was a dangerous thing, you would also take wounds or get fatigue from bumps and bruises, getting beat up for like maybe you try to earn some money and it does not go well.
I like it a lot. Cool choice.
And I won't say anything gets violent because there's a strict rule here about bloodshed in Delverhome, but basically you barely make it out of there by the skin of your teeth because your old habits of taking the entire pot when nobody's looking tend to keep kicking in. And
I feel like something happens with Erun daughter, and maybe she was in the Broken Forge Inn while I was trying to swindle people, and her owl just kind of looked at me and cocked its head, just like, I know you, I know what you do, I'm watching. And maybe she called me out, or someone else noticed and called me out on my attempt at swindling.
You are quickly building an enemy with Yesmir the owl.
That's a cool name. I like that name.
Well, you're never gonna get to say it because you're obviously not friends now.
All right, so Taylor, what are you gonna do?
So I feel like when Hemin arrived, she fulfilled her carousing requirement by buying everyone a beer. By the way, I still have 3 remaining beers on credit.
I'm pretty sure you probably used them up over the course of the week.
Okay, fine, maybe, probably. That tracks.
Yeah.
And I think that though the gambling is very, very tempting, because Hemin needs some gold.
It's not just gambling. You can use any skill that you want to try and use to earn a little bit of money on the side is entirely possible. You could be helping with. You can use any athletics to help with carting, stuff around. You can use any skill that you have if you can justify how you could get paid for it. Or you
Okay.
can,
Okay.
or you could just do things like I said, like train, and they all have
Yeah.
different mechanics.
My initial idea was that I was gonna train, and I think I'm gonna stick to it because I'm incredibly honorable, even though I just spent my level up on smart in hopes of improving my survivability, which is not phenomenal. I'm gonna train
Okay.
survivability.
Whoa. So what skill are you gonna training in? Survival.
Yeah,
Okay.
because we're about to go out into the wild.
All right. So why don't you describe the training that your character is going through to get better at survival?
I picture Hemin trying to perfect her butchering ability on whatever scant game is brought back into the camp. So if you're butchering something that's been well fed and raised in general stresslessness, then it's probably not as hard as butchering something that's been kind of existing in the nether world of the surrounding wastes of Delverhome. So butchery and I don't know, how about climbing?
Well,
Heaven
climbing is
is
a different
climbing.
skill.
Okay,
Climbing
never
is athletics. But okay, so well, as it turns out, there is a
athlete, so
you find camped near the little lake in sort of the center of Delverhome. There's a campsite there where the people there are two of the husband and wife there are the baker and butcher that have been preparing the meals for the Delverhome, and Garrow the butcher kind of helps walk you through the process of how to, not ruin a cut of meat, basically, and kind of helps you out with a little bit of that. And when it's all said and done, you earned yourself a training in survival. There's no role that's required for this. Basically, all it means is, at any point, you can declare that you're going to activate your training, and for the rest of that encounter, every time you try and roll survival, you get a free reroll with that roll.
oh, writing that down.
That's awesome.
Now, you could also do this with, like, say, fighting, so that you just say you trained on your fighting skill, and then for any one encounter, every time you roll fighting, you get a free reroll on fighting.
All right.
But but now you know how it works.
Excellent.
And is
We're
that
gonna make
so? Is that like for this episode only, or is that for forever?
Well,
how long does that benefit last?
The benefit lasts until they use it, and at the end of that encounter, the training benefit goes away.
Okay.
You get it for one encounter, but it'll last until they decide to use it or try and train in something else.
Okay, that makes sense.
If you try and train in something else, the other training kind of goes away.
All right.
Cool. I dig that.
All right, and lastly, Drada. What is Drada choosing to do here? Again, carouse, center, earn, research, rest, or train.
Well, Trotta is going to spend his time researching. I don't know what this voice is. Wow, that's an amalgamation of like 50 voices right there. So, I think I will research my dream. Without going into detail, I will research the effects of my dream and what the details of that are.
Well, hang on. Okay, so there's two different options you can do with research, right? Sure. One is just research specific information on a particular subject, which would be what you're describing, or research into your powers and playing around with what you can do with them. They're two separate paths on research.
So can I use the first path for the dream research?
Yeah, if you like.
Yeah.
I will describe what you can do with the other one for future reference. With the other one, you can temporarily change the trapping of a power that you already have for one encounter. or get one new power for one encounter.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's very cool.
it goes. You
As
forget.
As long as it's on my novice list.
As long as it's
right?
on the list of available wizard
Okay.
powers, yeah.
Okay, cool. Good
Yeah,
to know.
You'll have it, but you could like add an ice trapping to your moon blasts or something like that, you know, or
That'd be kind of cool.
but it only lasts for one encounter, and then you're like, you have to actually pay for the full upgrade. All right,
So I will research my dream in my own books and anything I can find around this camp for these
Okay.
people.
all right, okay, give me a academics roll.
Excellent.
Ooh,
Explode.
nice.
There's a
Excellent.
9.
Yes, very
Nice job.
Now I sound like the Monarch from Adventure Bros.
It does. Yeah.
I love it.
Well, what you are actually able to come across a really good piece of information. Now, I don't think the people at home have really heard your dream. Do you want to describe it, or do you want me to?
Oh, if I you are much. I will allow you to. Has
Okay.
nothing to do with the fact that I can't remember every detail.
Okay, all right. Hang on one second. Let me bring up. I'm not saying I remember every detail either, but pull your notes.
I think I can remember. Oh, you know what? I can do it. I remember now. So
Well, I remember it.
in my sleep, I'm probably gonna ad lib a little bit, but that's pretty much what it is, I believe, Cheyenne. In my sleep, during every fall, there is a moon festival. From where I assume I might have come from at some point because I can't remember anything. But in the backlog of my brain, it brings forth the idea of a festival of the moon. And my people are celebrating and they're around me, and I think it's my family, I don't know. But then the moon turns blood red, and the skies creep in darkly, and my family starts to change. One grows a snout with claws, the other's bow as fur overtakes their body, as the lycanthrope folk take my entire town and kill everyone who does not change. And I awake, knowing that I have killed my own family, and I am one of the werewolf.
Well,
And then I wake.
That's a different version, but yeah, okay,
Oh, well, that's kind of what I was going for.
yeah. Looking into it, you're disturbed by this dream, and it's been a reoccurring one, and it happens over the whole course of the week. And you look into it, and you find, in some of very limited papers that Rune's daughter has access to. Something that kind of sounds like your dream, and it's in a paper that is basically called the doom that fell upon the Silver City, and it talks about
Okay.
this elven city to the north that was that fell into despair upon the loss of the God War, and the forests had gone. This was before the Thornwild existed. The high elves turned towards any form of nature that they could contact, feeling cut off from the Feywild and the source of their power, and fearing their own mortality. They reached out. Some turned to the moon in worship as a symbol of both the goddess of the elves and the last vestige of natural order. Others turn to darker paths and called upon a bloodier magic, and it basically it hints that this destroyed the Silver City and left what is now the ruins behind, but that and caused all of the elves to flee, leaving behind only memories and the ghosts of the fallen.
Okay.
But that some who were successful with this dark path still walk the earth, have retreated, but where, it's unclear, but that it and the account seems to break up and get fragmentary at this point. And Rune's daughter says, "That was all that I was able to recover in my one journey to the Silver Ruins. But perhaps if you travel there, you might find more. Their libraries, though scattered, are quite extensive. There is a great deal of lore that waits for the sorcerer or wizard willing to venture into those cursed towers."
Thank you for your help, Rune's daughter. I will consider taking, as courageous as I am, and I am not afraid of anything in my travels. I will think about this, because libraries are cool. That's my bag. That's my thing. Gotta suck up that knowledge. Thank you, Rune's daughter, and I bow in some ceremonial bow that I don't even know where it comes from. And if you ever make your way to the Broken Anvil, or whatever's the bar called,
The Broken Forge.
And I'm there, please don't be a stranger. I will purchase you one of their horrible drinks, and we can share stories. Maybe, no pressure, it's all good. Cool. And I walk off.
Well, you learn also that in your conversations with her, she is not a wizard. She, as she describes herself, is a sorcerer.
Excellent.
Better than you.
He says,
Yeah, right? Oh no, all my notes just disappeared. I'll have to rewrite all that.
"What's that?"
All my notes just disappeared. Yeah, it's all good.
Oh,
I'll fill it in at the end of the episode. You said, okay, was the city to the east or the north? I don't know if I caught that part.
She calls it the Silver Ruins, and they're sort of northeast of Delverhome, north of Thornwell, what is now Thornwell. But the fall of the city was before the rise of Thornwell.
Okay. Thank you, sir. That was great. That was really cool.
Well, she says, sorcerer is not better. It is just different.
Yes.
A wizard seeks knowledge and amasses it to learn their magics. A sorcerer is born with it. It comes from within their blood, their heritage.
Well, it's no wonder that I'm so enchanted in your presence, since you are magic. And I walk off.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Oh, okay. This guy,
Hi.
he's gonna get borderline creepy around you folks.
Good luck.
That persuasion
it's
roll.
Hey, there we go.
Very nice.
Oh.
Dropping the lines.
All right, and with that, a week has passed, roughly, and the caravan is gearing up and getting ready to move out. Any last purchases that you would like to make, please make them now. There are several shops I've placed around the map of Delverhome now. A few magical healing scrolls that are available from Air's Rune Daughter. If you can scrape together the coin, potions from the Ulo, the alchemist. But if I understand that you may not be able to afford it, but
How much is like a basic potion of healing?
150 gold.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, hey, we gotta get jobs.
Yeah,
But
we
remember
really
that-
do.
Remember that you have more gold than you might think you have, depending on you look at your gear, right? And remember that those skulls are worth 10 gold each. For example, those Delverhome marks, those are worth the skulls are worth 100 gold each. You have Vec has 2 Delverhome marks in his inventory.
I don't think I have any of those.
Oh yeah, I do have. So I've got 200 gold there.
Hold on, where did Vet get money? Let's talk about this.
You don't ask questions. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Who gave Vec 200 gold?
Oh, no one gave me it.
He stole it. He's a thief.
And also, you guys, you guys found a couple of gems back at the catacombs of the Blood Queen that I don't think you guys cashed in for any actual coin.
That's true.
So
Oh, yeah.
you might be able to lay that out for trade. For some of
Probably
this
the
stuff.
alchemist. Do we think he could probably break them down into gem stuff?
If the dwarves will take them, and they'll buy them at value, and then you can trade them for other stuff.
All right, who has those? I don't. All I have is 16 steel skulls.
Which are worth 10 each, so that's 160 gold right there.
I'm rich. I'm going to
Which
buy.
is enough for a
Plate mail
spell
armor.
scroll. It's enough for a healing scroll.
Okay.
The difference between healing potions and scrolls are potions automatically work, no rolls are required. Healing scrolls require a skill check, basically, to fire them off. Just as a warning.
Okay.
They're the same price, but a scroll of healing has a chance of healing 2 wounds, whereas a minor, for the same price, that a potion will only ever heal 1.
I am going to buy a potion of healing for sure.
Okay.
So that you said is 120?
It's on the potions for sale down in Ulo. Just double click on that shop, and
Yeah.
there's 150.
Just click on the little potion thing on the bottom of the map. Double click on it.
Oh.
But
Oh yeah. You told me to check that out earlier and I did not do that.
yeah, so if you want to, then just basically cash in your Delverhome marks for 200 gold, add it to your currency.
Okay, so it's
and then
150. Yeah, I can definitely do that.
But if you just add the 2 there to your currency and then go and delete the marks, then when you go to the shop there, it'll just automatically add it to your character sheet when you buy it.
I have no clue what you just told me to do. But I'm gonna get I'm gonna get rid of a mark for 100 gold.
Okay.
And then I am going to get rid of 5 skulls.
Okay. So add 150 to your currency at the top of your gear. There. So that would be 166.
Oh, I see. Okay. Now I see
Plus,
what you're talking about.
You had 0.92 there. You deleted some of your copper and silver there. All right, and then if you go visit Ulo the alchemist, you'll be able to buy. You'll have enough money to buy that healing potion.
Okay, cool. I already got rid of my stuff for that though, so that is all set. And oh, I see why you wanted me to do that. Okay. Boop, boop. There we go.
Potion minor healing.
Sweet.
All right, and so
Hammond, Hammond, can I bother you for one moment?
What need you now, fair moon friend?
I have these overweight water skins that are weighing me down. They're quite heavy. They're like a pound a piece, and I have 4 of them.
Water skins on a on a fine tree like yourself. Thin branches and whatnot. I don't think these are for you to carry, friend. Let me show you how it's done.
Thank you. I'm going to drop them on the ground in front. Where the hell are you? Okay, hold on.
I'm course by the bar.
Yeah, yep. There we go.
Where I'm
going to try to drop these in front of you.
Where I've spent the entire week.
Where'd they go? Water. It starts with W. There we go.
Water everywhere.
Okay, they are dropped. Although I don't see them.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that either. Let's see.
I don't actually see you. I see
yeah,
Beck.
you're nowhere.
I'm right
Oh,
here.
I see Drada. Okay.
Hello.
We have to drop things close to each other.
Oh, the hole in. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I was looking to see if these dropped items are appearing underneath it, but it doesn't look like it.
Oh, well, can you add 4 water to your?
I think I might already have water skins, so I can just up the quantity. I should be able to.
Okay.
Oops.
Yeah, pickup sticks requires might not be entirely ready for prime time there. I'll look into it. It works when you pick stuff up, so.
Cool. I now have
no
5
worries.
water skins, and 4 of those are yours, Drada.
They are for the group, but I get dehydrated quick. It's a thing.
I am one type of succulent. Let me tell you.
I would like to go visit. I don't know how to say this name. Yargavar from the blacksmith guy. I want to visit him, please.
Ingvar?
Yes, Ingvar.
Okay. Hey,
I would like to know how good this protection, this chain hood or helm is. Is that good?
Oh, it's very good. But are you not a wizard?
I am.
I have heard that such armaments foul your spellcasting.
Blast! Well, crap. Damn it. Okay, how about let's just walk with me down this road.
Last crap, damn it!
Say I had this chain hood on, yes, and then I was like, hey, I'm gonna cast a spell right now, and I took the hood down, and then I casted it. From your great knowledge as one the GM and one this armorer, would that work?
Yeah. If you, I know very little of the matter of wizards, but I believe that as long as you are not wearing the such things when you try and cast, you should be fine. It doesn't affect you to have it on you; it just affects your casting to be wearing it. Yes.
Ah, okay.
You would know more of this than I.
Well, I woke up in this cocoon, and then there was spiders and gnolls.
Oh, the cocoon.
I'm slowly, yes, I'm slowly figuring, this old training out. So
Out
just
of
to clarify,
character.
GM,
Yes.
Are we saying that I have to take it completely off my body and drop it, then cast, or I just take the hood down and then I can cast?
No, you
the
cannot wear
movement.
armor.
Okay.
One of the hindrances of being a wizard is armor interference. Any wizards must just gesticulate in precise patterns. They subtract 4 from their spellcasting rolls when wearing light, medium, or heavy armor, or using light, medium, or heavy shields.
Damn it!
So you can wear it. You can wear it, but you take a -4 penalty.
Gotcha. You know, Armorer, I just had this epiphany. It came to me in this moment. If ever a wizard walks up to you and is like, hey, can I buy some armor? Just be like, no, you can't. You can't buy my armor because it's not going to work, man. And so just send them on their merry way.
I know very little, but thank you.
Time.
Today I have learned something new. Thank you very much.
Makes 2 of us. Yes, and learning is half the battle. I heard before. Thank you.
No.
That was a waste of time. Sorry, folks. Sorry, team.
No. You shared something very important about the game, right?
Excellent.
All right. So, are we all settled in and geared up as much as you prefer? You purchasing any extra rations? I mean,
Yes.
from what I understand, the caravan will be carrying enough food for everybody, based on how long they think the trip is going to take. You can, of course, pick up a little extra for yourselves if you like.
Yeah, because we're surviving this. That's it. Hemon has bought 5 hearty meals.
Hearty meals.
Uh-oh.
Sorry. Hearty meals
Blast crap.
only last for 24 hours.
Oh.
If you want something that's gonna be good for an excursion, you're gonna have to go with the dry rations.
Oh, do we return?
You might want to check and see what their return policy is.
I
think you're
have purchased 5 hearty meals, and I can truly put it away. But
But we just cooked these for you. Why didn't you say anything?
please take.
We
these
thought you were
chicken
hungry.
dinners. I will be. Truly.
Sure. All right. Well, we'll exchange that there.
That makes a lot of sense, but the part of me that was trying to think about, like, ooh, oh my god, what a deal! The dry rations are the same price as the hearty meals.
Yes.
And like the
The difference is
marketing
the
of
hearty
that.
meals. The hearty meals are actually pretty good for you. You eat them and you recover 1 level of fatigue from brought on by hunger. The dry rations don't do that necessarily. They prevent you from losing fatigue from hunger, but they're not filling in any way.
Oh, well, cool.
But
Can't wait to tuck into these.
and they're not soothing, and you have to.
We just cooked these.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. That was pretty great.
All right. So did you pull the
This isn't DoorDash.
did you pull the food back off of your character already?
Hold on, let me do that.
No, because I don't see it there on your.
Yeah, it's not. It is hearty meal is there, so I will delete.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm sorry.
Delete, and now.
I'll drag on the proper meals there, and common gear, food and drink, dry rations, and then you can just
Look at Drada buying 20 dry rations.
Yes,
Wow.
I am prepared.
Wow.
Did that over encumber me? Oh, I can't walk right now. I have so much food.
I have so
I
many
can't-
Triscuits.
Yeah, both you and Hemon are pretty encumbered at the moment.
What are you all doing?
I think I clicked the wrong buy button. I bought enough
We
food.
have to go. There's a
Did you
caravan
buy
waiting for
10?
us.
No. Hold on.
They're sitting
Did
there
you
looking at
buy
their
10
sundials.
stacks of 20 dry rations?
I think I hit stack and not. I think I accidentally clicked stack, and not individual.
You have
And
stacks
then- and
on
now-
stacks of dry rations.
I have
gonna
this
come
crate
back.
of food.
But we
Yes,
just
someone help me with this
packaged
crate of
these
food.
for you, sir.
Is there a cart? Someone said something about a cart. Can we just put this on the cart and put my name on it, please? I'm sorry. I don't know what
No,
I'm doing.
That's the
I'm
right
new
amount
to
of dry
food
rations.
travel.
That's enough dry rations for 20 days. Is what you bought.
We
Excellent.
should hopefully not need it.
But it does weigh. Food for 20 days weighs about 20 pounds.
Okay. So can I put that on the cart? Cart runner? Cart horseman? Cartman? no,
Cartateer.
that's not right.
They they are pretty already loaded up with all the food they're already bringing for everybody.
Right, and they don't have room for 10 packs of Triscuits.
Vec is just leaning against the cart, just looking at both of you, just shaking his head.
But you do have a magical box that you can summon from space,
Yes,
and you can load it up with food if you like.
it is my traveling pantry. I will call my pantry to me.
Wait, maybe I should give Drada all of my food. And then
Yes,
you can
if
put
it'll
all.
fit.
Yeah,
What was
sure.
the word?
Oh, we
Shit.
just game the game, y'all.
I say the magic word, and
The magic
my
word?
pantry appears.
Pantry.
It's
That's
Um,
pantry.
damn it. Magic pantry, appear, please. Silverhawks.
Silverhawk.
Close.
Bob.
Silverheart. Yes.
Yeah, Silverheart. There we go. Thank you.
All right. You summon the chest. It's like I said, 4 foot long, by 1 foot wide, 1 foot deep. Plenty of room for you to stack in all those dry rations.
Drop
So-
mine on
Excellent.
the floor.
So, in that case, delete them there and just make a note in that that you have 20 dry rations tucked away in the chest.
Yeah, I'll put that in my notes, and I will save
And
it.
I'm
I
giving
will
you
keep-
5 water skins and 5 dry rations.
Okay. Where's my damn ration?
Vec's just looking at the coachman, just like,
I'm really sorry. I don't know what that was supposed to be for treasure.
Are they always like this?
95% of the
Yes.
time, yeah.
Oh,
Being prepared is truly, it is godly. It is next to being godly. It is adjacent, God adjacent.
All of that. I
As you
need to
say,
be God
Hedman.
adjacent.
This
Great,
is
I
the
now
only
can
way.
walk.
Yes, Strada, carrier of the pantry. Huh?
Yes. The pantry. Goodbye. And I shut the box
A
and
noble
send it
thing.
back.
A noble thing, friend.
I just slapped the food on the back
What?
of the cart.
All right, I'll eat this stuff. Thank you for providing food for us all.
And then some.
And then some.
For you never know, friend Vec. Out there in the wild.
Knowing our luck, the cart's gonna like fall over and we're gonna lose all the food specifically, and then you two will be absolute heroes.
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's the plan.
Hey,
Knowles will
what
attack.
species is the cart driver? Just curious.
what's that?
What species is the cart driver?
Oh, everyone on this expedition, other than you, are dwarves.
Okay, cool. Just
It's just all a bunch of dwarves.
Check it.
Yeah. There's 9 of them plus the 3 of you
Okay.
for an even 12. They didn't want to add anybody else because that would be an unlucky number.
Oh. Well, fair. Is there an animal pulling the cart?
No,
Uh-oh.
no animal.
Oh, no.
The dwarves are going to be doing all that heavy lifting stuff. Your job is basically to go up ahead of them and make sure that nothing's waiting to ambush them in the process.
So as we travel, I will stay 30 feet ahead of everyone. And just scout out, make sure the path that we're taking isn't gonna like lead us to a cliffside and then we have to backtrack or something like that.
Right.
And just make sure everything's safe.
The leader of the expedition is a dwarf by the name of Ungbard Stoneslinger, and then there's a bunch of other dwarves, and you haven't really learned all of their names just yet, at least.
Okay.
Well, Mr. Stoneslinger, should we depart on this potentially fortuitous venture?
Certainly. Now you have more experience than I out there in the recent labyrinth. Yes.
Some, yes.
Well, in that case, I'm going to ask your opinion on which path we should go. There is some debate.
Yes. What paths do we have to choose from?
He lays out a map of a rough map of the area as indicated by this landing page board here.
Okay.
All right. The flag marker representing where you guys would be starting your journey. This is now 1. Some of us think that a straight march from here to the Thornwild, which would take about 8 days, give or take, is the best option. Straight line and all of that. Others have suggested we march southerly till we find the river, and then up to the Thornwild from there. It's 8 days either way, as far as I can see. The question is, which do you think is better?
Do I have any knowledge of the sunken city? Because we'll be passing through like the border of the sunken city along the river, right?
Give me a common knowledge roll.
Okay, I'll do that. That's a 4.
All right. So what you know of the sunken city is that what you've heard from scouting parties, over the week while you were kind of gearing up for this. It's a human-built city, and that according to the people who've poked around in it, there's lots of supplies there, but it's half submerged in a swamp, and the tallest buildings of the city now making these scattered islands in the swamp. Some survivors have set up camp there. A good deal of them are less trustworthy people who would not take the Delverhome pledge to not shed blood in these walls, or who are exiled from Delverhome for breaking that law. It is, if you could say, a hive or a den of scum and villainy.
Huh.
And and then on top of that, it's a swamp, so it's full of a whole bunch of swamp creatures, the area around it. But the dwarves, the loggers, think that it would be an easy way to transport the logging back down rather than to carry that over land, is if they could float a lot of the logs down river and then haul it up there and back. It would be less work for everybody.
So-
Maybe on the way back.
So as per usual, Vec is kind of like leaning against the cart, shuffling along as it's moving, still leaning against it. And he's talking to Mr. Stoneslinger.
He says, look, it depends. We could do a straight shot to the Thornwild, but there is the chance that we may get lost in the catacombs, or the labyrinth a bit more easily. However, if we do take the sunken city, there are vagabonds, miscreants, and even worse that are in that city. And it is a chance of becoming more vulnerable than we would be otherwise. However, if it makes it easier, we might also come across some treasure along the way. So, or supplies, things such as that. So it is a give and take. I say traveling along the river of the sunken city could become a more fortuitous venture than it would be otherwise.
Well, the nine of us are also on the fence about which is the correct path. I was hoping that you would choose one side or the other.
I say we take the sunken city then.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Okay. That is a 5.
All right. Well, you've convinced me. All right. We head towards the sunken city till we find the river and head northward from there. The river will give us a path to follow as well. Might be easier each way.
That it may. Or it could lead to certain death. Who knows? We'll just have to find out, right?
Ah, you're a bright one.
I just give him a big, wicked, like, sharp-toothed smile.
All right, so, and with that, they start orienting their way towards the southeast. Now, the way we're going to do this is, I'm still refining navigating my way through the labyrinth ideas here, and you'll see across the top of the map board, I have some icons and some numbers underneath them.
Mm-hmm.
The first icon is how much logging you guys have actually managed to do and collected. The second icon is how much food they have for the entire group. The third icon is the current group's morale. Right now it's +2, and then they're basically going to get that +2 to all their survival checks and all that sort of thing as they're going along. And the last icon is how many of the loggers you have that are still alive.
That is so cool, Cheyenne. That is so cool. This has like RTS elements to it. I love it.
Yeah.
So-
this is interesting.
And so first of all, there are the loggers are going to be making the survival rolls with you guys, aiding them. And we're just going to make it once per day. They're going to be dealt a card, which is going to add bonuses or minuses to their rolls, or mostly if they get dealt a club, it's going to be a -2 across the board for navigation that day for one reason or the other. We're just going to roll once and then if they draw a face card, then they find something interesting along the way. No face card, no major events that day. Pretty straightforward and simple.
Can I spend a Benny to draw a card from the adventure deck?
It's happening.
Sure. You can only ever play one adventure card per night.
Okay. I am spending a
So
Benny.
we also have the adventure deck, and if you want a card from the adventure deck, I will do that as well. And let me just shuffle that deck. A few
No.
times. And and draw one card. Deal it to you. Boom. There you go. One adventure card for you.
Oh, he dropped it.
Yeah, apparently.
Now we'll never know.
That's awesome. I love
if
it.
you click on the card, it'll make it bigger on your screen. You don't have to lean.
Oh,
in
I don't want the party to know what I got.
So they won't know.
If they're watching the stream, they will.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
never know.
Oh, right.
Yep. So I know what it does. You'll find out.
Okay. All right. So, assuming that the three of you are pushed up to the front of the caravan, taking point, you guys have you start off day one and day one right off the bat they get dealt a club, so it will be -2. It'll be a -2 roll on their survival checks, but their morale is at +2, so they're breaking even. But if you want to give them any bonuses to this roll, you should describe what you're doing.
I am scouting and going around making sure that they're not falling prey to any mobs that might be lurking around, as well as any kind of like obstacles within the terrain, like they're not hitting any kind of bumps or anything that would damage the cart, making sure they're not like getting hit by landslides, if that's a thing we have to worry about, that kind of stuff.
All right, so give me a notice roll.
That's a 5.
There we go. That's going to be a +1. Is anybody else contributing?
I will contribute by moving amongst the group and comparing and complimenting the make of their fine dwarven armor and weaponry.
Oh, just kind of keeping morale up.
Yeah, and occasionally I will
Okay.
attempt launching into a marching song.
Oh, so
which
you want to
no
do
one joins.
What does that sound like? How does the song go? Or how does that song
let's hear
sound?
it.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. All I can think of is because you said on the road, and now I'm hearing on the road again.
This is,
And that doesn't necessarily not exist
Yeah.
in this world. So,
what a heroic song.
Yeah, it's short too.
it is.
Yes.
It's that
Inspires
over and over again.
instantly.
That was very funny, Cheyenne.
Mercifully short.
That was funny. It's short too. That's great.
Every time we like turn a corner, we are on the road again.
And just like everyone says it.
A
we
cartwheel
just know
like
it's
slips
queued up.
to the side, but we fix it, and we're on the road again.
All right,
It's
so
like in cadence. Everyone's just in cadence saying this the
That's
right time.
that's how much we're allowed to say out loud before we get a lawsuit.
are you putting more effort into just talking with them and raising morale, or are you really invested in this song?
I'm really not invested in the song. It's more of a like walking, nobody to talk to at the moment, so I'm gonna jam. But for the most part, the primary weight of my activity is in look at this fine bracer you have there. Now I've not seen make like that in a crow's age. Now hold it up there to the light that I may see it. Fine work.
All right, give me a persuasion roll.
All right.
Ooh.
How convincing was it? Persuasion. Okay.
All right.
Well,
It doesn't hurt.
okay.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Drada, taking any
Yes.
particular action one way or the other?
Yes, I am increasing morale by systematically walking up to 7 of them and giving them nicknames. You are Sleepy. You are Duck. You are another one.
Grumpy.
You are Ducky. you're grumpy. And I'm just systematically giving them names. It's how we build camaraderie, except for Dopey. I'm really sorry, man. Like, you pulled the short stick on that one. I'm sorry.
What do you mean by short?
Oh, short is beautiful in my eyes, and I love short things. And I go hide in the caravan somewhere. And
Give me a persuasion roll.
This is what peak performance looks like, Elf.
That's funny.
Persuasion?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh boy.
You may not like it.
Here we go.
This is the ideal male.
Hey.
Ooh.
Hey.
Oh, that's 6.
Yeah. Well, at least it's not singing.
Ah, yes.
So at the
We're
end,
bonding.
with all of that, the dwarves get an actual total +2 from your assistance on the survival roll, and hang on one second.
And we've not accidentally killed them.
Yeah.
And no knows. Every day there's no
it was
knows
not a face card, so there's going to be no real encounter. It's pretty clear sailing for the rest of the day. It's just a case of whether or not they make any real progress from navigating through the labyrinth or not. And hang on one second. Skills. All right. Group roll. And +2, that is a success. Is a 6, and target number is only a 4, so no raise, but they successfully marched that day through the labyrinth, no interruptions, overcoming the a variety of obstacles scouted out by Vec, helped on by the marching songs of Hemin the warrior, and actually the nickname Dopey is agreed upon by most of the other loggers of the who you've selected to be called Dopey, and they all begin sharing stories of Dopey and his various mishaps, and he's a little grumpy about it, but it keeps morale. And with that,
Sweet.
yeah. And with that, you get quick. Once you begin to lose the light, you make a quick camp, and oh no, the wrong one. There we go. There. And they break out some of the rations for everybody, and no one's hurt. It's day 2.
Oh.
Wow. 1 day down. Way to go, folks. That was a lot better than I thought it was going to go.
This is going a lot better than the last adventure we had.
That I would
Yeah.
agree with.
All right, so day 2. Next card. Hey, Jack of Hearts. No penalty. So they're at a +2 all day already. Would anybody like to assist them along the way?
I will be doing the same thing I did before, just keeping my eyes peeled, making sure
Okay.
everything is safe. I'll roll that notice.
All right, that's +1.
That is a 6 then.
Yeah. Hemin?
Ooh. I today am going to continue my moving about the troops and carousing lightly by offering to check and sharpen blade edges.
Okay.
That's cool.
All right, repair?
Small maintenance, not like incredibly skilled work.
Yeah, all right. All right. Give me a repair roll.
That's just what you tell the dwarves. Just small maintenance, and you grab their axe and you're just like, "Wah!" Just start smashing things.
Check the heft of that really quick. What do we do? Unskilled attempt?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Okay, wow.
That's a 1.
That's a 1. So we really are unskilled at that.
Yeah. But it's not a critical
Benny?
failure. So
Cool.
you can Benny it if you want, or you can just take it as is.
You know what? I actually might Benny that just because I'm feeling safe. And
Yeah.
that's probably a mistake. But let's live while we're young.
There we
Woo!
go.
Explosions.
Eight.
There we
Explode!
go. Well done.
So with that, you actually do help hone their axes, and you take a lot of that grind work off of them, freeing them up to haul things. And you make good time with it. It adds +2 to their survival rolls this day, and that's a total of +1 from Vec, +2 from you, +2 from their general morale. That's a pretty good day. You're making some real good pace. Drada, you gonna help out?
So, I am. I need to practice my frontier medicine. And so, I will be systematically checking everyone for scrapes and bumps and bruises. And if they
Can you
have
look at
leg
this
wounds-
rash, friend?
Oh, that is something else. That is like a topographical map. Oh my goodness. Let's,
It
Let me-
smarts like you cannot know.
yeah. You want to keep that dry and away from me. Thank you.
Are you
Let
sure?
me
Are you
do that.
certain? If you could.
Wow, okay. There's more. Oh, goodness. It goes all the way up your back. Sleep on your belly.
You know how it
so-
is. All the way up to your neck. When
ah,
you. Yes. Was
Yeah.
quite a night.
yeah. Oh, boy. And so I will be using my healing abilities plus a cantrip level bolt to create heat for like sprained ankles and swollen ligaments or whatever to try and help, do things. Frontier medicine wizard stuff.
Oh
Okay.
my god. I have the pot too if you need to boil water.
Yes, for bandages and dressings and whatnot.
Well, no warrior travels without a dull blade or no pot.
Yes,
Wait.
you gotta have that pot.
Give me a healing roll.
Yes, sir.
Well, it is
And
a very important part of.
explosions.
Adventuring.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Can I burn? Can I? Well, I'll just take the raise. I don't need
It's
to.
a large
burn
pot.
for this.
Friend.
Well, you're going to max out anyway, because the most they can get from the support rolls is +4. And
Okay.
so, you guys all did very well today, and so they're going to be at a +6 all day already because of their own morale and those rolls. So they really just basically have to not critically fail.
Don't
And they're-
say it, Cheyenne.
Oh no, this is how I invoke it.
Discordia hears all.
Yeah.
Truly.
All right, so survival. They are at +6. That's 8. That's a 6.
Nice.
Oh yeah,
there we
14. So they succeed. They roll with a success, and because of that, because they got a raise, they were dealt a jack, which is a face card, which meant there would have been an encounter this day, but the encounter was a hazard that I pulled here. But because of the raise, they are able to avoid it entirely without encountering it. Basically, you're out scouting ahead, and you find that someone has built some sort of pit trap across this section of the labyrinth, and that was just basically they would have marched right into, and it would have collapsed in on the whole party, and it would have been
Oh god,
very
that would have been
dangerous.
bad.
Yeah, but You find it. You warn the rest of the group before they get there, and they're able to navigate around it, and they make excellent time for the rest of the day. All right. So, yep. So that is the end of day 2, and we they camp. They set up a quick camp. Make another bowl of cold porridge for everybody, and and because of how high the morale is, they kind of like everyone stays up a little bit later than normal and shares old logger stories.
Ooh.
All right.
I have many of those.
Yes.
Yep. That was
all the experience.
So day the 3rd is up next. Ace of Hearts. All right, that does mean that there will probably be another encounter today, unless you guys can avoid it. Let's see how well it goes.
We were born to avoid encounters.
Well, I mean, we like that, but it means nothing about the reality of our situation.
All right, so real quick, let's go through this real quick. What are you guys doing?
Notice.
All right,
That's a 5.
that's it. +1.
So 6.
Kemen.
Not for morale anymore, right? Just for general.
You can do whatever.
Morale?
You can do
okay.
whatever you're doing. You can aid in keeping their morale up. You can do any other skill that you have to aid in the survival. You also trained in survival, so you could just make a survival roll if you wanted.
I might like to make a survival roll. Could my survival activity be that I am trying to both sustain us and impress them by like hunting a small prey? Like
Try and add a little bit more. Try and add a little
meat?
bit more rations to the pile.
Or maybe
sure.
not
But
spend
I want
any
them
rations.
to see it so that we can all be really excited. Like, ha ha! Well, look at this! What a shot! What
Well,
a shot!
what a
Meat's
hearty
back
meal.
on the menu, boys.
give me a survival roll.
Back on the menu.
Never heard that before.
There you
5.
go.
Now you get a free reroll on that.
I do, so let's use it.
Do it.
Okay.
Do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Yes.
Nice.
a
13.
13! Meat is back on the menu, boys.
So, in addition to giving a +2 on the survival roll for everybody, they will expend no resources today. So yeah, and you come back with an amazing hunting story. You found you tracked down like a goat, just the kind of wandering the labyrinth. So you come back, and so you got that, and you guys decide to set up a proper camp, and a little bit earlier than normal. You made pretty good progress for the past couple of days. You can smell the swamp getting closer, so before they start moving into that, they're like, "Hey, let's stop here. Let's roast this and have a good meal before we head into the swampier marshlands." This should be nice. Drada.
Okay, I'm going to use spells because I'm a wizard. What I would like to do is instead of making campfire and giving away our position so close to the swamp, I would like to subtly use moonbeam spells, and I'll burn spell points if I need to warm the kettle or to the pot, to keep people warm, to warm stones to put in their sleeping bedrolls, and I will heat things using spellcraft to try and keep the light down because I can control it.
Okay.
Not where our
Alright.
position. Okay, let's roll this beautiful roll here.
Oh, excellent. That's a
10.
hit and a raise. So Again, it looks like we're looking at another +6 on the roll here. Very well done. And the I'm just gonna roll, and I'll add the 6 with my math skills
Ooh, what a...
because I know what I'm doing.
You have to train a long time to get those people.
All right, so that is a 9 all day, which is a hit and a raise. So again, they let's see what you would need, what you were going to avoid. Well, if you choose, you don't have to avoid these encounters because some of them are good.
Ooh.
In fact, much like I foreshadowed, this time it's campfire tales. As they sit down and you eat the roasted goat and tell camp tales. Each we're going to pick one of you to tell us a story. So. That is going to how we're going to do that.
Did we want to roll a d4 and have you be 1, I be 2, Taylor be 3, and Tony be 4?
No, it's going to be one of the three of you.
Okay.
Is going to improv us a story.
Roll a d6. Roll d6. 1 to 2 is me. 3 to 4 is somebody else. 5 to 6 is somebody else.
Hammond, you're going to tell us a story.
Okay,
Well, yeah.
But here on where'd my book go? Here it is. This is using the interlude system from the core Savageworlds rulebook, which is we are going to pull a card, and we're just going to go with the card that with the suit of the card that this they used for this day's marching, which was a heart, and interludes 130. You're going to tell us a story about that. You're going to tell us a story about how you endured a hardship on a previous journey.
Okay. Well, now gather ye round here to the campfire. Pull up yourself a skein of goat. I tell ye true that journeys prior to this that I can recall, which... why, it is a strange thing that I have little memory of before the cocoon. But I tell you that once rising from the cocoon, there was no goat. There was no goat. There was little else. I rose from the cocoon and I found myself surrounded by these fine warrior fiends. The elf. You've seen the power, the fearlessness, yes, look at that. The Drada, unbelievable, and Vec the hidden. That's why I know that few of you have seen his like these past 3 days. He stays one with the stone, that one, and we traveled through the brush and the stone wastes until we came across something that I fear to speak of even now. The spider.
All the dwarves lean in.
Well, we were not meant to go wandering there, but we are intrepid hunters of truth and knowledge and adventure and some of us of treasure, but I myself quest for glory and the answer to the labyrinth. But we touched something, as you do. We stirred the home of the queen of these beasts, and there were many. Her children came upon us, and we fought the beast. Though we had no choice, it was a matter of honor. We...
Honor!
Aye! Honor! Speaking upon each mouth in this tribe here, we follow
Honor!
blood
There's a
and
cheer of-
honor.
A cheer of goat-filled mouths calling for honor goes around the camp.
Yes, the spider looked like this, and I shape changed into the spider. A small version of the spider.
a very small spider.
See it!
Yeah.
Look upon it
Right.
there. That was the beast, and I tell you true, it was 20 size that. The wizard, he doesn't want to strike back the fear of the spider into us, for it was arcane, an ethereal beast, and we waged war upon it, myself and the Minotaur Ruin, who went upon their own path, as you must do when the honor calls, as some of you know.
Aye. Ah.
But the lack of supply was deep. I tell you, we walked on our stomachs for days in the labyrinth, and there was no hope of any delver home. There was nothing. There was no light. We'd not yet met good Bifer. But we skinned this beast with the skill we did not have, that we then picked up later in your keep. And so you can imagine thusly how weak and striped with fat and tendon this meat was, but we lived on it for a score of days on the walk to your good friend Bifer, who we nearly lost that day.
Oh, the Bifer! Bifer!
Bifer! Ah! And
Well,
honor.
the dwarves think it's a very fine story, and the morale is maintained, and you all feel a little bit better too at the retelling. So much so that you have the option of taking a Benny or an adventure card.
Ooh, whoa, these are both things I want, but adventure
Ooh.
card is extremely interesting.
I'm gonna take
And
another adventure card.
I became very covetous of Vex adventure card. So I shall
You
shall
take
have
adventure
an
card.
adventure card.
Vexen will
yes.
have one. Drada.
That means I'll take a Benny in spider.
Oh, Benny.
Okay. Oh, I'll take a Benny.
All right. Okay. So, let's see.
Adventure calls to me.
Hang on 1 second. Drada, you get a Benny.
Thank you.
And the other two, let's see. You guys get adventure cards. Now, you don't have to keep the cards secret. If their cards that don't seem to make any sense to you, you are allowed to share them with other people who can use them. You know, some cards like give people PowerPoints, and you know, if you're not a spellcaster, that's not very particularly helpful to you. But you can trade adventure cards back and forth as much as you like.
Cool. I think mine will be helpful someday,
Okay.
so I shall keep it.
All right, and with that, day 4. You guys pack up camp. If they had lost any morale, a full camp like you guys had tonight actually gives them a chance to recover morale and start off. But you've been keeping their spirits high the whole time, and they're doing well. So excellent. And you march on, and you should, by all accounts, be hitting the river on this day. In
On the
fact,
road again.
they're gonna aim for here, and they're gonna aim for. Oh yeah, I guess they gotta go there. All right, and let's see what the card is for the next day. 5 of diamonds. All right, no encounter. So let's just quickly do a survival check. Any assistance from you guys?
I'm gonna use my stealth as I'm scouting ahead to assist.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh my lord.
Nice.
Jesus.
Woo! 28.
You are a thing of mist and shadow.
As the tale was told,
As
let
it
me
was
show
told
you.
for honor. Honor for Vec.
You walk
Not the
across
shadow.
the muddy marshland, leaving ne'er a footprint, and getting not a spot of mud upon your boot or cloak. How such things are possible are known only to the Shadowkin goblins. Anyone else?
I will entertain. Ah, crap! I don't have a skill for that. No,
That
I
will
will
make
academically.
it much the better.
Yeah, exactly.
You're just gonna teach him calculus?
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Interpretive
as
data.
you see, Jada will interpret the dance of the moon. Anyways, no. This is
Charades.
waxing. This is waning. No, I will, as I'm walking with them, I will teach them, as the sun goes down, how to track the stars to help them move in directions when there is no maps, and how the moon will guide you along the how many days and how your crops should grow. And I'm going to use academics to just teach them random crap about like astrology or something.
All right.
Or
Give me
astronomy,
that.
excuse me.
Give me that academics roll. 5. All right. Excellent.
Okay.
And Hemin.
So we're at the river, and I have a weighted net.
Oh, okay.
So I would like to try and do some in the river group fishing activity with possible meat payout.
Okay.
So I'm thinking what, like an athletics or a survival?
That's survival.
Cool. All right, let's see.
Hey,
A
4.
4.
That's a success.
Okay.
All right. And with that, they make their survival roll for the progress for that day. Plus 4 from you guys and 2 from their own morale because it's stellar. That's a success in array. So again, lots of good progress. No extra attention. They would, if there was an encounter, they would have been able to suss it out long before it showed up and became an issue. And with your assistance and the survival roll, they consume no additional supplies that day. You do get a glimpse, all of you, of the sunken city off in the distance, kind of like peeking up through the reeds and the marshland. You see these towers of stone and wood, all darkened with the black mud of the marsh that it's sinking into, the stain seeping into the woods like these black veins that run through the wood grain all over it. And you can see ramshackle campsites built out of lashed boats and lashed flat bottom boats and movement out there in the city of people trying to survive in the much more harsher conditions than you had back in Nelverhome proper. But it is decided that not to contact any of them on this day. That is off course for what their goals are, and just try and slink past the city unnoticed. All right, day 5. Yeah.
Can I, since we're close enough to the water and the swamp, I would like to maybe make a roll just on the side to see if I can gather some sort of moss or some sort of something that can create an ointment to go ahead and put on Hammond's back to help her out with her rash. Because it's starting to look a whole lot like the sunken city. So I really want to help her out with that.
Give me a survival roll.
Ooh, that's going to be unskilled. Unskilled attempt agility. Okay, there we go.
Unless you
one
think you have, something else that's more appropriate.
Only academics would be, or science. I have science.
Oh, you do? Okay, yeah. Give me that science roll.
Yeah. Okay.
To identify.
1 second. I just need to collect a few things. Just give me 20 minutes, and I run off into, like, I'm not going anywhere. They can't see me.
Mhm.
And science. Oh yes.
Nice, excellent.
Oh.
10.
Ooh.
Yeah. Now, in addition to that, you think you may have found a couple of herbs that Ula was asking for, things that he could use for his potions back at Delverhome.
Nice.
So you tuck those away.
Excellent. And then I will tell Hammond, I will try to make you an ointment tonight when we camp, and I will get a stick and I will apply it to your back with a stick, like from distance, and help you.
Now, this is a strange procedure, friend. In the past, a road rash like this, of this caliber of marking, it's a hand to hand, a skin to skin kind of
Yeah.
interaction. It's what I've seen. It's what I've seen. I know nothing.
Yes. Well, there are ancient ways that the elves have created where I don't have to touch you
Ancient?
at all.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
Yeah. Like,
This is
probably about 5 minutes old as I make it up.
this is
but,
deep
you know,
magic.
Yes.
Drada,
I will not have to touch you at all. I
deity
hope
praise
the
you for
gods
this
not-
knowledge.
Yes. And I will tuck all that away and let me mark this on my gear.
I
Thank you,
think
sir.
he's
Thank you,
worried that
Shine.
it's contagious.
Bingo.
We can only hope.
All right, so the
What?
the loggers pulled the Black Joker this round on day 5. Result means that 1, everybody got a Benny, and 2, no survival rolls are needed on this day. You follow the river. It's pretty much a straight shot. You make great progress, and you encounter some fishermen along the river. And they are willing to trade with you guys with a successful persuasion roll. One of you takes the lead.
I'll take the lead.
All right. Give me a persuasion roll.
So, we have these wonderful rations and some coin that I could trade.
And if you smell them, they almost smell like all of those hot meals that we had to return.
Yes, they are coated with tears.
Sea
Well-
salt and pepper.
The dry rations, which you guys have been getting kind of tired of, despite all the great meals you've been having along the way, are something new to the fishermen. It's stuff that they don't have and they trade you some of their catch for some of your dry rations. You end up getting a little bit more out of it than they do, and you consume no additional rations for that day of travel.
And I make sure to let them know that like this food will last longer than a single fish will last
Right.
from their catch.
It's a very true thing.
Yeah.
It is the truest thing that Vec has ever said to a stranger.
Very unlike me, I know.
Hemin is very interested in this turn of behavior and kind of nods in Vec's direction. We shall make a code of honor for you yet.
Honor. I think no such thing will happen.
You can keep these airs up, but I've seen through your tough exterior.
When
into
the
your
moon
warrior's
turns
heart.
red will be the day that I have a code of honor.
Well, we shall die.
No,
it
let's not talk
yet.
about that. Thank you. No. Moon stays that color. No red moon.
Drade loves a show. You will
Day
enjoy
6. About 2 days. day 6, you're about 2 days out from the Thornwild, as far as you guys can tell. The loggers pull the 2 of diamonds. Give me they're going to make their survival check unless any of you at +2, unless you guys want to do anything else to assist them.
I will just roll another stealth.
Okay.
Doing my usual thing.
Mm-hmm.
That is
+1.
6.
So that's 3 all day. Anybody else?
I shall roll another survival.
Oh my!
Well done.
Wow.
Yeah,
Very nice.
living off the river is an easy life.
I am going to perform. I will juggle lights to keep people happy.
Okay.
Unskilled.
Give me performance. Yeah. Or unskilled if you don't have it. All right. It doesn't hurt. All right. So +1 from Vec, +3 from Hemen. That's +6 again all day. I thought this was going to be harder for you guys.
This is great. I like it. This is
Because
very
we are so
different from the-
talented and skilled.
Well, all of that smarting that I did in town finally paid off.
Yes. Great spotting.
All right.
Amazing.
So an 11. Very good.
Yeah. 11. Everything's fine. No additional, because of the excellent success on the survival roll, no additional, they don't have to dip back into the dry rations. All's good.
And with that, we are going to take a quick break. As we are a little over our halfway mark, so we will be back in about 5-10 minutes.
Oh, excellent. And just in time for the encounter, and I'm going to force this last encounter.
Ooh, I like that's dirty talk up in here. Okay,
Yeah.
so I am going to start the intro scene, and we will be back here in 10 minutes. All right, everybody. I'm gonna look a little orange here, but I'll be back in legitimately
curse.
1 second. It is a curse of the orange. I'm gonna
That's
hand
a
this
fun
over to Cheyenne, and we'll get working right away.
All right.
Doritos.
So it is late in the evening on the 7th day of the excursion towards the Thornwild. Off in the distance, you can see the dark woods within reach. In just another day's worth of travel. When you poke your head up above the wall, that is, and look to scout ahead. You've been traveling northward with the river to your right. When you come across, you in the lead there, come across another stream that kind of cuts across your path. And Hemen, give me a notice roll at -2.
Here we go. Do I notice it?
Ooh, I think that's like the
Wow.
first truly bad important roll this whole night. Not truly bad,
Okay.
but
Mm-hmm.
that's good.
No, it counts. It
It
counts as
happens.
bad. Let's do this.
All right. So, your danger sense does not trigger.
Okay.
As you approach,
Oh,
the creek bed, it appears it appears dry as you come close to it. There's no actual river, but and you're all lamenting the process of climbing down the creek face and then across it and then back up the other side again, with all the stuff the dwarves are bringing. But you spot a bridge that goes across it, not too far off the path, not too far off your trajectory. So you head over there to investigate the bridge. In the fading light, everything you notice there's strange stains all over the flagstones in this part of the labyrinth, and as you walk in the direction of the bridge, you catch glimpses of dancing lights uh, uh, flickering underneath the bridge, like maybe fireflies
But
or
only
something.
underneath the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The stained bridge
Hmm.
in the dry creek bed.
Hammond, I don't know what those things are, but I would advise we stay clear of them.
I sense no danger, friend Vec. Ah, it is a strange land, yes, but what have we
bridge-
seen but strangeness?
As far as you can see, the bridge is the only way they'll be able to get all the supplies across this creek bed without an awful lot of pulley work to lower things down and back up again.
I feel like Hemmen would not think to avoid the bridge, so... It is but a bridge, Vec. Ah, you crave the hard way, I swear it. I admire that in you. An ethic. You are a warrior yet. Onward to the bridge. And glory!
Sure. Bridge works for me. I don't want to be wet.
Vec is going to stay about 15, 20 feet back. And he's going to have his repeating crossbow loaded and ready.
Okay.
This is
Well,
noticing.
Drada?
I will just take my normal position, which is usually probably more towards the back, and I'm walking to the bridge.
Okay. All right. With that, you reach. Hammond reaches the edge of the bridge and give me just a regular notice roll. And if everybody can do this.
Okay.
Okay. Vec doesn't notice anything in particular of you, but both Drada's very sensitive elven nose and Hemen both pick up this sort of musky, sweet odor that goes with decay.
Oh, that smells bad. That's not good. Whatever
I know
that is.
that smell, Drada. You smell it too.
Yes, it's like, you know,
It
not
is
good.
the
Smells like your
stink of
back.
Death, yes, like my back and the edge of my axe, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
Something has perished here.
I think we should walk cautiously. I mean, I just kind of do that, but you guys should do the same.
Is it possible to throw like a stone or a piece of nearby debris onto the middle of the bridge?
Yeah, sure. There's plenty of stones. You can see that to the right of the bridge stands two elven statues facing each other, very majestically, like guardians of the bridge, although one broken and fallen to the ground. And there's lots of pieces of rubble that have from that statue that you can scoop up a chunk of it.
Andrada, what do you make of these statues
yes?
here? Come nigh.
Well, okay, are those torches that we're seeing light from?
Yeah.
The thing that worries me most is that there's lit torches here. Someone must be maintaining this area or watching it. Those statues, I'd have to get a closer look.
Hemin is going to remove a small, maybe like golf ball sized stone from the rubble, and I am going to use an athletics roll to toss it onto the middle of the bridge. It is a 4.
All right. The stone rolls onto the center of the bridge, comes to a stop. It sounds real. Give me a notice roll. Everything seems normal.
Yeah, Hammond, go ahead and cross that bridge. Let's see what happens. I got your back.
It
Way
does
back.
appear solid, that bridge. As I knock my fist on the very edge of it.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And I'm gonna set off. I'm gonna head to like maybe the middle of it.
All right. You're standing in the middle of the bridge.
Test my weight on it.
Yeah. It is a good, solid stone bridge. Well made. It stands here strong. Yeah. There are you do notice it's the stains that have darkened the stonework here, but in the low light, it's hard to make out what they are.
Can I further investigate these stains?
Sure.
As a person who has seen a great deal of bloodshed,
Mm-hmm.
perhaps I would know.
Hey there, Mod Light. Welcome.
That's a 2. You can't really quite. You think?
No, Benny.
You don't actually have to do it, but Vec, while Hemin is investigating these, Vec is kind of like perched atop one of the pillars of the first part of the bridge.
Okay. And Drada, you're just hiding behind that pillar there. Okay.
Yeah, I
Drada-
moved over to this.
Drada
pillar
has,
to
as you
take
look
my
back,
level.
Drada has just disappeared. You no longer see Drada.
Does that give me any vantage point to under the bridge at all, or is that?
It is very dark under the bridge, and
Gotcha.
from where you are right there, you actually can't see the bridge at all. You can't see under it at all. It's a very tall. It's not just like a short little platform. That's a wall height portion of the labyrinth with the statues on top of it.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Drana, where did you go?
I'm over here. Over here. Over here. Over here.
You know, you got about you have about 5 minutes before the loggers actually come rolling in here. So if you're gonna clear this, and you got to do it pretty quickly.
Vec is gonna run across the bridge on this lower lip, and just like skip from support beam to support beam.
Okay. Well, you get about halfway.
Uh-oh. That's never good.
And give me another notice roll.
I am going to use our +1. I am going to use our +1 to make
That's
that a
fair.
4.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're paying
in
for
that
all
case-
those good rolls.
In that case, it does not have a drop on you when the clawed hand comes up from the side of the bridge to try and grab your feet as you go running by. and I'm dealing cards.
As it goes to grab me, can I like roll 1 inch away from it?
It all depends on it didn't get the drop on you, but it did pull the higher card.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Dinner.
Is served.
And basically, this thing crawls out from not from the creek bed, but from the underside of the bridge itself.
Great.
It's green glowing eyes in the darkness. You realize where those dancing lights you saw as you first approached. And
snap.
And
We
the
tried.
smell of death just sort of radiates out from this thing as you realize it is not a creature of life. It is a ghoul, a fetid monster of death that feeds on life. Yours in particular.
Well, we are delicious, so I don't blame it.
Lean and fattened on the dry rations of the road and rat meat.
On the road again.
And so it gets a fighting attack to try and grab you.
Okay.
And it fails. I'm gonna spend a penny on that.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
3, still no good. All right.
Whoa.
So these claws come up from the underside of the bridge and take a swipe at your leg, and you basically you have to dance off onto the bridge itself to get away from it, but it has revealed itself. Let's put it right there. Almost in unison, however. The walls of the creek bed seem to come alive with movement.
Oh my god.
No.
As more of these fall up from underneath the bridge.
Wait, more ghouls?
Holy
Yes.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Yeah.
There's a whole den
Like
of
a
them underneath the
nest of
bridge.
ghouls.
I was wondering, because when you described the glowing lights, it didn't sound like a set. It sounded
Yeah.
like many.
Yes.
So I was
Yeah.
like, okay,
Let's do this.
all right.
Welcome to the bloody bridge. Ugh.
Cool. Okay.
All right. So I will say that in that edition, in revealing themselves, only one other one is able to get to Hemin in the first round and make an attack. The rest are still kind of like just getting into position.
Okay.
So that one comes running at you, and 3, not good enough. All right, Hemin, you got the next card.
I do, and I have a question about the ghouls and
Yeah.
their friends. Are they within reach
Of what?
of me?
One of them is.
Only one. If I move, can I then activate my improved first strike edge?
Did you
To
have it
then-
already?
No, but I
What?
would be activating it as a combat edge.
Oh, hang on. Improved first strike. You still have to. It still has to be within your rank. And I think improved first strike has a requirement of seasoned.
It doesn't say anything, but it is better than first strike.
Yeah.
It just says free fighting attack against up to 3 foes when they move within
right.
reach.
Yeah. But what does it say in the requirements? Does it?
It just says H and first strike.
H. Okay. Yeah. That H means heroic. Actually.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
I mean, which is a much higher level than you are.
Well, I
Well,
am
okay.
heroic.
But regular
You can
first
take-
You are
strike.
quite heroic.
You can take the one that has N. If it has N, you can take first strike.
Excellent. I can then have N first
Yeah.
strike. Free fighting attack once per round when a foe moves within reach.
Yeah,
And the
if
only
another
one near me is within reach.
Yeah.
Right?
You hadn't declared that you took it yet, or you would have gotten that free strike as it moved in. It is now your turn. You get an attack. But if you want to take free strike now, any others that try and move in, you'll get a free attack against one of them.
Okay, I will take first strike now.
Okay.
And
You have the option to attack this one that just moved in to attack you.
I definitely will, because my code of honor does not extend to beasts of the other world.
Okay.
So
Strike
let's
first,
actually
Strike hard,
go.
no mercy.
Absolutely. It's Warhammer time, I think. Let's try that today. So, we're fighting.
Nice.
And we got a 7. So what kind of damage is that gonna look like? Oh.
Whoa! Whoa! Wow!
Yeah. Okay. That takes the
The
you
undead have no power here.
This was with your great axe, right? Oh, your warhammer. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is Warhammer damage.
Okay. So yeah, you just with a big swing of the warhammer, there's a sickening crunch as you just kind of like cave in the skull of this thing, and it just kind of goes and it just kind of splats against the wall of the bridge, flying back a few feet as you do that. Vec, you're up.
All right, so Vec is going to take a swipe at. So I'm gonna drop my.
You're gonna drop your
Can I drop my repeating hand crossbow and call out to Hard Striker and unsheath it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I drop my repeating hand crossbow and I pull out Hard Striker and I go to plunge it into the neck of this creature.
Don't forget to activate your parry bonus.
Yes, thank you. All right, fighting roll. Ooh, exploding dice. That is a 15. Success with a raise.
Yes, it is.
Raise damage. That is 13 damage to the beast.
All right, and with that you run Heart Strikers straight through the thing's heart. Just kind of pierces straight through the chest, and then you pull the blade up and out through the shoulder, and it kind of just precariously balanced on the wall of the bridge there. It gurgles and spurts this black ichor, and then falls off the bridge into the creek bed below.
And then I am going to move next to Hemin and kind of like put my back kind of against Hemin's like thighs because I'm short. And I just say,
I am with you, Hemin.
Drada, you're up. You can hear the sounds of shuffling claws and blood squitches and swords being drawn at the bridge, but you're unable to see any of it from what's going on from where you are.
All right, I will come out from my hiding spot to here. I think that's within my range of running. Yep. And I see this melee in front of me, correct?
Yeah. There are 2 ghouls on the bridge. There are 2 ghouls on the side of the creek, and 1 ghoul that's still down in the creek bed, and over here, and one ghoul climbing up the creek wall on this side.
All right. How do I always forget how to draw? I always forget how to draw in Hungry.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to figure out how. I want to see how far away this ghoul is on the other side. Like, I can't highlight him. Just the ghoul sitting by himself, adjacent from Hammond to her diagonal leftish.
Wait, this one over here? Oh no, this one on the bridge?
Yeah, on
Here?
the bridge. Yeah, that guy.
Okay,
Yep.
alright. There you go.
Can't even target him. I can't do anything.
If you hover over him with your cursor and hit T, you should target him.
T. There we go. That's right. That's what I was trying to remember. And I will shoot him with a just a normal moonbolt.
Alright.
And here is my spellcasting.
4.
Yes.
That's a hit.
By the power
Okay.
of the
And
So
I will.
there we go. I
Fire
just
the
rolled.
damage.
Sorry. I clicked the damage
Oh.
for you.
Okay. I like my damage better.
Okay. It's one more.
Ooh, not bad.
Oh, but you know what? Either way, yeah, the bolt kind of sears into it and lights it up from the inside. You can see its skeletal structure as the moonbeam kind of like glows within it, and the shape of the skull as the light burns out through its eyes, and it goes down.
And did that that light, did that kind of highlight those other ones that I might not have been able to see? Like, oh, I can see their eyes though, you said. Okay.
Yeah. You can
So I
see
know they're there.
you can see the one on your side of the bridge, and the one that's on the bridge. The other 3 are still hidden from
Okay.
you on the far side of the bridge.
Okay. I moved 5 paces. I'm going to move my last pace just to hide against that pillar of the side of the
Okay.
bridge, if I may. I'm just, oh goodness,
Sure.
they're ghouls.
All right. And then let's see. That is the end of the round. Round 2. Drada pulls the red joker. Everyone gets a Benny, and you go first.
Bennies.
Drada.
Sorry, muted. I am going to step across the bridge. That's 5 inches, so I still have 1 left over. And let's see. I am going to do a multi-action.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot 2 of these guys. I'm going to shoot this one, and I'm going to shoot 2 of them. I can't target 2 at one time.
No, you
Now,
have to.
both.
You have to. You do
Both.
it each one separately. But yeah, you make each
Yeah,
roll
yeah,
separately.
Okay, spell casting for the first.
Is it hit? And resolve the damage. Roll the damage for that one, then do the move on to
Damage.
4. Okay. 6. Or
Does it go down? Does it
it
go
was a 6 all day. I'm sorry.
6 because of the Joker?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does that one burn up or not?
No, he's not even shaken.
I'm gonna Oh, then I will spend a Benny.
Okay.
Oh, there
Yes,
you go.
More. Give it to me.
Just
10.
shake it.
That shakes him.
All right. And well, then I'm just gonna instead of hitting the other target, I just with a moonbeam, I'm gonna follow right back up with another one at the same target.
Okay.
Oh, these should have been a -2 then. That's you know what? I'll just take my
Yeah.
turn because I didn't put the -2 on there. I only hit the one and made it shaken. I'll just call that my turn.
Yeah. Well, the hit was a hit even with the -2 because of the Joker.
Oh, okay.
You rolled a
Okay.
4 all day, so that first one was a hit. So the second
Okay.
one, you know, again, it's just a straight up roll at -2. You can target whichever one you want.
Okay. I'm gonna target the same guy.
Okay.
Spellcasting. I did add the -2 this time.
Okay. That's a hit. No raise.
And damage. Give it to me.
All right, and that one, again, lights it up like before, burns it out from the inside.
Excellent. And then I will use my last piece to hide there. And that's my turn.
Okay. The ghouls go next.
Oh.
The first ghoul saw all of that and just comes leaping up over the bridge to that post and onto you.
No, no, no.
This one comes up over the bridge to Vec. This one comes up on the bridge to there, and then to Hemin. You get your first strike against it as it comes in.
Yes, yes.
And the last one runs under the bridge and up to here.
Am I throwing a hit on this guy in front of me?
You get first strike, so you get to make an attack as it approaches you.
Okay, so let me see. I've targeted him. I am liking the Warhammer. Let's try it again. See if that. Yeah.
There you go.
a
Heck
hit.
yeah.
What kind of damage? Oh, he is shaken.
It shakes him. Oh, I marked him as incapacitated. That's not right. Shaken. All right. So it does not. It loses its attack because of that. The one on Drada, however, gets his attack.
No.
Five to target Drada. Is it a hit? Yes, 4.
Probably. Yes.
Yeah.
My parry is 4. My toughness is 5.
Okay. So it just it digs into you with its claws.
No, not like this.
5 damage.
That hits your toughness.
My toughness is 5.
So that will shake you. But make a vigor roll at minus. Make a vigor roll.
Incoming.
Oh, snap. Oh.
How come it's not rolling for me? Oh, there we go. Sorry. Click the word vigor.
There we go. 7. All right. Hey,
That
you
is
make the roll.
a 7.
You do not contract ghoul fever.
Ooh.
Oh, thank God. I don't want that.
Well,
Doesn't
luckily,
sound great.
and luckily, as an elf, you are immune to their stun, the stun of their paralysis attacks as well.
What? I am your arch enemy. Go away from me.
Oh, well, it was good. Luckily, in that second attack, I think you did it against it, where you shook one and then attacked it a second time, and you got a wound and shook it. That's what you need to put down a ghoul. They do not get. They don't take wounds from just being shaken twice. You have to always, in order to drop one, you have to get raise over its toughness, or they do not go down.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
That's a tough enemy.
I like it.
But so far you guys have just been pasting them. So, all right, and one last one just came up on Vec. It is
Bring it.
you with its claws.
Nothing.
Benny.
Bring it on.
Vec is blessed.
I have Hemin at my side.
Yes,
You do.
Speaking of Vec, it's your turn.
So with Heart Striker soaked in ghoul blood, I am first going to pierce the calf of the one north of Hemin, and I'm going to do a multi-action. After I attack that one, I'm going to also attack the one near me. I get a -2 to both rolls, and I am making my attack.
Okay.
That is a 4. I am spending a Benny. Oh, I spent it the wrong way. But I will make that attack once more. And Heart Striker. No, I'm spending another Benny. Yes, hit.
That's a 5, but -2 for the multi-action. You said
Oh,
you're making 2 attacks.
I clicked trait roll modifier -2. Oh, dang it.
It didn't include it in that roll there.
Curses! So that's actually only a 3.
Yeah.
Spending my last penny.
Okay.
We're almost at the end of the episode anyways. Yes!
There we go.
Woo! Yes. That is a 10 -2 for 8.
8, which is still no, it is not a raise because it's not including the thing. So it's not a raise in damage, but it is a hit.
Wait, what?
Because you didn't get a raise, you didn't hit it with a raise. It's just a normal hit.
Okay.
It says raise because it's not.
Oh, it's not including the -2. Okay.
2, yeah.
Yep. All right.
So just regular damage.
Can I choose to wild attack now for the damage? No. Okay.
No.
Okay. I'm rolling damage. Oh no!
You can't critically fail the damage roll, so you can spend a Benny to try and get a better
I
damage
spent
roll.
all my bennies.
Okay. All right. So 2 damage, not enough to do anything, but you get a second attack because you did take the penalty for a second attack.
Oh yeah, that's right. So yeah,
Double
then I'm going to attack the other one, which I will target them. And I will roll that second attack. This will be at -2.
Where are you adding the -2 from?
You see the trait roll modifier for modifiers for better rolls. That's where I'm doing it, but I'm gonna do it in.
That's only if you're doing it if you're using the chat window for making rolls. If you do it from the
Oh, I see. Okay, I applied it for the normal thing, but I missed
There we go.
again. So Vec is being useless, and that's my turn.
Okay. All right. Hemin, you're up.
Cool. I would like to wild attack.
Okay.
And I'm also, if I may, going to activate the Brawler Edge.
You can only
Which-
activate one.
Oh, do I still? Okay, per encounter.
Once per encounter.
Oh man. All right.
You don't get to keep changing it up.
Oh. Let's see. I'm gonna go for the one that is in front of me.
All right.
Target locked. And we're gonna do. I'm really feeling.
All they need to do is
Warhammer.
just get like 1 or 2 hits on you guys, and then the nasty stuff starts happening. But I can't hit you.
Wild
Frustrating.
attack. Ooh, I lack permission to do something. It says, but
Yeah, it seems fine. It worked.
but it
You hit
happened.
with a raise.
I did.
So just click. So where you see in the purple text there in the chat window where it says raise, if you
Yes.
just click that, it applies that damage. All right.
Oh, cool.
Magic.
Only the GM can do that.
Oh, okay. Well then, I guess I could do it for you if you like, but.
I just clicked it and dice rolled out.
Oh,
Okay.
weird.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Ghoul is shaken. All right. It was already shaken, so that would normally deal another wound, but they're hardy, and they do not take that wound.
Okay, cool.
Blast.
This is dangerous, you guys. Oh man.
This is a good fight.
White.
All right. Next round. Why did it roll for all?
Draw
You had to, that was Drada unshaking.
Oh.
Yeah. So it automatically unshook you. So
Okay.
let's take that marker off if I can. There we go. All right. So, Drada, what are you gonna do?
So there's one on me and 3 others.
There are 4. No, yeah. So there's one on
There
you
are
and
4.
3 others. Yeah, there's
Yep.
4.
Okay.
There's 4 left up, as far as you can tell.
Okay. So I am going to. So I stand up. What is this thing doing with my cursor? There we go. I stand up and I say, "Stay away from me!" And I whip my hands around in a crazy motion, and I throw my hands out and I cast havoc in a cone shape blast in front of me to hit the one on me and the two
Can Havoc
on
be
them.
a cone? Oh, yeah, I guess it can be.
It says, yeah,
You can't.
I
but
think it's only in a cone.
yeah, no.
Yeah, cone
Havoc can
template.
be. Okay, but I thought it could be
Oh.
either. But
Yeah, sorry, medium blast or cones. You're right.
yeah.
So, and I'm gonna hit the one in front of me. I'm throwing it in the middle of this group as well to hit the two on them, but I'm gonna burn one extra spell point for selective, so it does not affect Hemen or.
So here is the
let's see,
template for
intense caster.
cone. So
Picking all enemies is good. Yeah.
So
There we
if
go.
you'd have to move, you'd have to fire it from over here.
Okay, then I will do that.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. He's on that bridge part. I thought he was
Yeah.
on top of me. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
So I just kind of stepped aside, with my hands are like this, and I throw out, and this kind of wave of fire and wind comes from me. This ability creates chaos and mischief for all of those in the area of effect, hurling debris at rivals in all directions. Anyone touched by this template is distracted and must then make a strength roll at -2 if the caster gets a raise. We'll figure that out in a second. Those who fail are hurled 2d6 directly away from the caster using the cone template. Victims who strike hard objects, such as a wall, take 2d4 damage, non-lethal unless spiked walls and other. So I'm trying to blast them away from us, and they take this damage. But I got to roll.
Right, and you're spending the extra point to cut Vec out of the blast radius, right?
Yeah, to make sure that they are not, that neither one of them can be damaged.
Well, it's 1 point per target, and if you from where you're shooting right there, I think it's only 1 extra point per target, and
which is you can choose not to affect any or all individual targets within the powers area.
Oh, is it any arrow
instead of all allies?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just 1 point for. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Let me cast this.
Either way, it's the same.
Second.
Go.
It doesn't give me. Well, that's weird. Like I'm clicking on Havoc from my quick access menu, and it just gives me unskilled.
Oh, I know.
It doesn't give me a modifier to cast.
Hang on 1 second. Here, I know what's causing that. Let me just fix it real quick.
Sure.
Havoc. We need to go into the trait here and actually say you're a spellcaster and you're using the skill spellcasting.
Oh, thank you.
Give it a try now.
There we go. All right, let's beg for a raise. Give me a raise.
What was the +3 from?
Mod skill in his Joker.
That
was from last round. Yeah, it's still giving me the Joker, so it'll only be a 6.
Yeah, that was last round. Okay.
I'm gonna burn a Benny because I want to raise.
Okay.
Give it to me.
That'd be an 8.
Yeah, that would be an 8. Which would be a raise.
All right.
So. What was it?
Roll damage.
It does. Havoc doesn't do damage on its own.
Okay.
But basically, each one of those guys is distracted now,
and now they have to make their saves,
and have to make those strength rolls. Yeah.
At -2 because I got the raise.
Right. Well, they're at -2. Wait. They're distracted and at -2.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it says they become the template is distracted and must then make a strength roll at -2 if the caster gets a raise.
Oh, okay. So they're actually at -4 then, because that's what distracted does. Distracted gives them a -2 on everything they do, and then getting a raise gives them another -2, so it's -4 all day. So strength, so at -2.
Ooh.
5, he makes it.
Okay.
Strength at -2. He does not. And I'll roll for how far he gets pushed. And after I do this last one,
Sure.
strength at -2. He does not. Okay, so first guy gets pushed 4 inches back to there, and the second guy gets pushed 7 inches away. Both of them hit the wall of the bridge there.
Okay.
So 2d4.
2d4.
Okay, I'm
Yep.
just going to roll once and apply it to both of them.
Sure. Can I burn a penny?
It is not damage you're dealing
Okay.
necessarily.
That's
So
fine.
they slam it. They slam into the wall,
Flash damage.
taking 5 damage each, but that's not enough to beat their toughness.
5 wall
Okay.
damage.
Havoc
But I
actually
blew
lasts.
that one.
Havoc actually has a duration, right?
Duration is instant. Trapping wind. Chaotic.
Okay, instant. Never mind. So I thought
Yep.
maybe that it stayed up and kept doing that, but that's not what it does. Okay, let me get that template out of the way then.
Well, I thought that'd be a lot cooler than it was, but at least it blew
Oh,
it
hey.
away from me.
Yeah, well, and also it got character. I mean, yeah, it still did something pretty cool. It just didn't get the one off of Vec. That's all. And that means, and because Hemon's first strike, anything that runs back at her, she gets another free attack on.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
And they're
Cool.
still
All right,
distracted,
maybe
man.
we'll be
They're
good.
like you distracted
they're
all 3 of them.
distracted, yeah.
So
All 3 of them are
Yeah.
distracted.
Oh,
so
okay.
that's
And
don't
wall
sell
damage
yourself
happened.
short.
A great spell. Thank you.
By the light of the moon, I am Captain Crap Damage.
well. It is now their turn. The ghoul,
Havoc.
the shaking ghoul attempts to recover.
Captain Havoc sounds cool. I like that name. I don't know if that's already a superhero or not.
Probably.
Shaking ghoul attempts to recover at -2. However, they are undead, which gives them a +2 to recover. So it's just a straight up.
Boo!
It's just a straight up roll.
Honorless.
But he rolls a 1, so he does not unshake. The other 2 can act as normal because they were not shaken by the attacks. So the one there in front of you, Vec, takes another swipe at you at -2 because of his distraction. And as he started targeting you, just make sure. There we go.
Got Heart Striker at the ready.
5 to hit is not going to hit you.
Nope.
How many bennies do I have left?
I
spent two.
whack its knuckles with my Heart Strikers, the flat of the blade.
I should have at least 1 more Benny. And I'm going to spend it.
I think I am supposed to have 1 more Benny too. A 3 does not hit.
You missed. All right. And then the other one comes running to here.
Should think
To-
about that.
And as it does so, you get an attack against it, Hammond.
It's Warhammer time.
Nice.
Oh,
That's a hit with a raise.
raise.
yes. Clicks the raise.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, 4 wounds and shaken.
Ooh.
All right, it comes
He
running.
did.
It comes running at you, and you just clothesline it with that hammer. Just sprays blood against the wall, and you're like, "That's what color that bridge is."
I knew it looked familiar.
And the last ghoul comes up and over the bridge at the wizard.
What a jerk move. Just imagining it like like climbing up and running towards you, just going, wizard! And then it just biffs it. It just biffs it. It friggin'
the
oh
bridge
my
is
God.
just sick. Is just too slick with black ichor, and it is kind of, and it has it's claws. You ever seen like a dog on linoleum as it comes running across the bridge?
I almost feel bad for the poor ghoul.
Hammond, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to
Help the wizard, Hemon. I can take these ones.
You are a hardy opponent, Vec. I'm not worried about you any. You can hold your own. Drada! Hold fast, friend.
Okay, help me. Protect me.
Gonna move over. I've moved 3 inches. And I'm gonna target this little friend. And Lucky Warhammer. I would like to do a wild attack.
Okay.
So I'm feeling.
Oh!
Oops! Well.
4 is not a hit.
Ooh. Alright.
Are you happy with that?
Nope.
Okay.
So it's Benny.
We're gonna move on anyway. Oh, okay. 5
Alright.
is a hit. The parry is not that high.
Explode!
2 wounds and shaken.
Explosions.
Crunch on that one. Just come up right behind it and straight down on the ghoul, driving its spine down into the bridge with a crack.
Ooh.
Around this time, the dwarves have begun to roll up on the edge of the scene. They're like, "Uh-oh." You just see the whole caravan stop and kind of hold back for a second. They're gonna earn their pay.
Oh, we are
And,
doing that today. Fine.
Vec, you're up.
So I am going to take a multi-action, and I'm going to wild attack for both those actions. So I'm gonna strike out with Heart Striker, doing a wild attack,
Miss.
and why? Okay, I'm rolling
Benny
my
time?
I don't have bennies.
No.
I know, and I'm gonna. Here's my second attack for wild attack.
There we go.
Yes, that's
Okay,
what I
okay.
like to see.
Ooh.
So that was
That's actually a 13.
13. Okay, it's still a hit with a raise.
Boom, 13 damage.
Wound and shaken. Again, you just Heart Striker just runs this thing through, and you just sort of like do you run the blade through it, and then with a little swirl, you pull the blade back out, and a large section of the sternum just kind of falls forward onto the ground in front of you, leaving a perfectly cut little hole in the center of this thing.
Oh, a cylinder of dinner for later.
And then
No, I would not recommend it.
I rush towards the one that's
My
shaken,
cylinder.
and yeah.
It's like a
into that
tube of
round.
meat.
And Vec pulls the high card. So you get to go again.
Nice. Yeah, I am going to wild attack on this one.
1 attack or 2?
1 attack.
Okay.
Oh.
That is a 9.
That is a hit with a raise.
Yes.
Wound and
And
shaken.
And with that, how would you like to do this?
So I cut the cylinder of dinner out of the first one. I jump onto its head as it's falling. I leap off the back of its head, and I flip the rapier so it's pointing down, and I just stab it through the forehead of the one that's across from it. And it just like slurps into the back of the bridge. Its spine cracks. I release the rapier, and I just give it a whip, and the blood comes off, and I sheath a Heart Striker.
And with that, you've cleared the bridge.
Just kidding.
Anything else that you'd like to do before? And I think we're going to call it there for the evening. I think it seems like a good stopping point.
I'm gonna pick up my dinner and I'm gonna take a bite.
Your little cylinder.
Yeah.
Make a vigor check.
Okay.
You're gonna die. You're gonna.
Feel like
These things have been. Hey, you survive. You
I
do
have a
not
stomach of iron. Okay.
Yeah, you do not contract ghoul fever.
Emin
Which-
is really impressed by that.
Ghoul fever,
Drava's
a
barking
lethal
on the side of the
disease,
bridge.
which would require a vigor roll each day to prevent taking a wound. Anyone who dies by the ghoul fever rises from the dead at midnight, becoming a ghoul themselves.
I just take another bite.
I'm throwing up. I'm even worse.
I rolled
I
a
am like
notice.
seasick.
It
see
tastes
if
like
they have
really
any
salty
loot.
chicken.
Roll a notice to see what?
If they have any loot or little treasures or things that can be a trophy.
Not on them, but they have an extensive little pile of bones and whatnot of previous travelers who've crossed over the bridge under the bridge that you can search next week.
Because
Yes.
Emin doesn't have any scruples about taking from them.
I
You are
find
merely collecting the treasures of the honored dead, and maybe one day you'll find who they belong to.
Indeed.
Vec kind of goes through the pile of bones and just like breaks off a rib piece and just like picks out some ghoul out of between his teeth.
In fact, had the fight actually continued down in the creek bed, like if you guys had crawled down there to investigate from that angle, I was prepared to be able to do this, which was
Probably something horrific.
no.
Oh, that's dope, Cheyenne.
You actually have the fight down there where you can see what's underneath the bridge.
That's cool.
Oh, we're gonna have
You're
a
so
really
talented,
nice
bro.
time next week.
Oh, hey, I
going
left a.
through this.
Oh, there's one more down there. I missed him.
Tune in next week to see if we survive the final ghoul.
Because
And
we had
Horde
to loot.
Raid the treasure hoard.
Nothing is free.
He's guarding. I'm guarding this treasure. It's mine. You won't have it.
I
That's what you think.
You
But-
may not perceive the treasure.
That's where we're gonna end the game this evening, folks. Thank you for tuning in. I've been Cheyenne Wright. This has been Dungeons of Discordia, powered by Savageworlds for Pathfinder for Savageworlds. A fine game which you should go find out if you'd like to see more of what the things I do. I work on a comic book called Girl Genius, which you can read online for free. We've been publishing for 20 years. We are just about to finish our 21st collection. New pages go up every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Feel free to stop by and take a look.